There is something to be said for you kind of knowing football season is going to be over around Thanksgiving. And I don't have to work on Thanksgiving. I got no notes. I got no TV. I got nothing. On this snack-sized episode of No Longer Credentialed, we'll introduce two new sponsors, the Sewage Suit and StaffDuel, and give you our thoughts on the MAC and weekday night games. Knowing when your season is going to be over and actually being able to tailgate at games.
If you're no longer working in sports, find a random Saturday to do that. And you don't even have to go into the game. Like, I ended up finding I was having a lot more fun just hanging out outside the stadium, talking with people, inviting a group of 8 to 12 friends, and us just kind of just hanging out.
I'm also up to my ears about artificial noisemakers in college football, especially with the cowbells at Mississippi State, which to us is a big middle finger to college football in the SEC office.
You know what I say? I think of the quote from the movie Dumb and Dumber. Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Well, guess what? We found it. It's in Starkville, Mississippi.
This is the true story of two washed-up sports guys who chased the dream, private flights, championship rings, running sideline to sideline on per diem and adrenaline.
We gave our 20s and our 30s to the industry, pulled off miracles that were never in the job description. In return, low pay, long hours, and we still got cut from the team.
This is about what really happens behind the badge, the burnout, the bad bosses, the dream job that didn't love you back, but also the lifelong friendships, the chaos, the holy shit stories you couldn't make up. And somehow, despite everything, you'd still do parts of it all over again.
This is one for the ones who lived it, loved it, hated it, and still kind of miss it. For everyone who's ever asked, how in the hell did we survive that? We're two former sports insiders with more than 40 years of experience and more than enough scars to make fun of it all.
And just enough trauma to start a podcast instead of going to therapy.
I'm Brandon Barca.
And I'm Andy Boggs.
And this is No Longer Credentialed. We once had access, now we have opinions.
Sponsored by...
This episode is brought to you by our new sponsor, the Sewage Suit, because someone has to protect you from December. You know what I'm talking about, that magical time of year when coaches look deep into the camera and say, I'm not going anywhere, with the same sincerity as a guy telling his girlfriend, I'm just going out with the boys. 24 hours later, he's introducing himself at a press conference 3 states away, talking about new challenges and family decisions. Then there's the bowl representative, fresh off his all-expenses-paid surf and turf at a high-dollar steakhouse, telling ESPN that this 6-6 team with a minus 47 point differential is the perfect fit for the Hoo-Ha Bowl presented by Cousin Eddie's RV Depot. And let's not forget your athletic director standing in front of a building where the only original employee left is Carl the janitor, talking about unprecedented continuity and the culture we've built. Brother, you've had more turnover than a bakery. The culture you've built is apparently the Witness Protection Program. The Sewage Suit, available in every team color except honesty. Not responsible for disappointment. That's your fault for believing them in the first place.
Boggs, I'm just happy to be here on this campus moving forward. Truly is my dream job.
Yep. And then the next day, they're gone.
You can bury me at the 50-yard line. I'm going to be here forever.
Yep.
Wait a
Not
second.
happening. This
How much
time
are
of
you
year is
paying
great
me?
for that.
Moving along to our next sponsor, here at No Longer Credentialed, we don't believe in regulating prop bets. You might have seen this in the news lately, which is why we've partnered with our good friends at StaffDuel, the #1 sports book built exclusively for people working in sports with no parole in sight. With StaffDuel, you can get in on workplace props you won't find anywhere else, starting with a fan favorite bet, which SID crashes out of the season first. Fatigue, lack of support, or just a full emotional collapse, every outcome is live at StaffDuel. Might we interest you in tonight's same game parlay special? Take Coach throws the marketing team under the bus for last night's attendance and parlay it with media runs with a story and riles up the entire fan base. Boosted blame odds are sitting at plus 425 and climbing by the minute. You can also take the over-under on how many videographers your AD can actually name. The line right now is 2.5. Early action is hammering the under. Or you can hit the futures market and predict which department will passively aggressively ask the graphic designer for a quick turn needed ASAP while completely ignoring the submission process. Any request labeled, "This should be an easy project," is automatically graded a loss. Sorry, people, but these are the rules at StaffDuel. And now, our most popular bet, the spouse special. A dedicated page for partners who just want their loved one back. There's only one line on the board. Season wins. Under. Because the fewer wins, the sooner the family gets an off-season vacation. Plus, at StaffDuel, anytime your coach says, "We can only control how we play this week," we instantly drop a bonus bet into your accounts. Before you even finish rolling your eyes at the same old coach speak. So go ahead. Bet the props. Bet the futures. Bet the dysfunction. You work in sports. It's not like you got savings to protect anyway. StaffDuel, where the house always wins. And the house is your athletic department.
That's a good one, dude. You know what's so funny, man? And I was watching Maction last night. And, I mean, you know, when you work in sports and you have a good team, your season just keeps going and going and going. But, you know, not Maction. You're done and you're throwing parties right now. I wonder what the football SID is doing this morning.
It's probably in Maui.
Probably in Maui on vacation. I can't say they probably make a lot of money, but I bet he's not awake yet.
You know what I'm doing? I'm getting those D1 ticker emails now, and I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom. I'm looking at those job openings in college sports, and maybe I need to keep my eyes on those bottom feeder max schools. This sounds amazing. Maybe I'll get back in sports.
Listen, man, and I don't mean to disparage the people that the coaches and players that I worked with when we were bad, but it was actually kind of good when we were bad. And when I worked in a place where, once baseball was over, they played their last, regular season game, and then their first, sometimes they didn't even make the conference tournament. So mid-May, you're done. Or your golf team, you're done at the end of April. Or track team, you're done in mid-May or early May. And you actually have a summer. You actually have a summer. Or basketball's done the last week of February. I always like that too. You watch these smaller conference tournaments. They go early. If you're playing, in the OVC or something, and, you lose in the first round of the OVC, your season's over. And you're just, it's kind of a pretty great time of year for you. Like, you hate that everybody's losing, but it's nice that it's over.
So what you're telling me is at StaffDuel, you were going to do the spouse special, season wins under.
In Maction? Yes, dude. Take the under. And it's, how many weekday college football games have you worked besides the Thursday night? Have you ever worked a Tuesday night game?
No.
Those are fun because you work Tuesday night, it's a long day, but then your Saturday's off, right? Like if you have a Tuesday game in like October, you're not having to work a football game on Saturday. It's kind of nice.
Once we get off this pod, I'm Googling job openings at Kent State, Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Every school, Toledo.
Do it. Toledo. All great places.
Miami of Ohio, are they still in the MAC?
They're in the MAC.
Beautiful.
They have a winning record, though, so I think they're probably going to a bowl.
Staying away from them then.
Yeah. But it fluctuates so much in that league. I mean, sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not.
As I got later in my career, people would always ask me outside of work, like, man, are you really sad the season's over? You guys, maybe it didn't live up to expectations, or you didn't make a deep tournament run or go to a great bowl game. Don't get me wrong. I always pulled for our team and our players.
Yeah.
But after that final whistle, when it was over, I wasn't sad anymore. I was just like, because I didn't control the outcome.
Right.
The first thing I would think is just like, the season's done. Like I'm not like going to bed for the next 3 nights and rolling around, not being able to sleep because I'm so sad. I just be like, you get to that point after a while where you realize you don't control the wins and losses.
Yep.
And you start thinking about, okay, it's over. The season's over. And so that's when you start going into, at least I would, be like, okay, how do I mentally then try to refresh my brain? But
You sleep, dude. You sleep. That's what you do.
you crash for a
You
couple days.
crash really,
For
really
sure.
hard. I mean, you could be sick at the end of the year and need to go rest just to get your body back to where it was, or could be a bunch of different things. Maybe I'm just a bad human, but I had a very relieving feeling when it was all over. And it's just like, thank you. It's over now. I can have a little bit of time to actually breathe and see my spouse. And the Mac's different, though. I love the Mac. I love it because travel is so easy. They're all bus rides for the most part. So, and it's like that throughout the whole league. I mean, if you're in Kent State, you can play Akron, which is in the same city. Toledo, Bowling Green, they're all together. Miami of Ohio's not far. I mean, it's like they're all bus rides. I love the MAC just for that, just because I think it kind of adds to the student-athlete experience. I mean, you're only gone for a certain amount of time. Granted, you don't really play in front of anybody. But you ever watch those games and how little people attend? It's hilarious.
And they're exciting games to watch.
A lot of times they are.
Typically a lot of offense.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be, I remember there was one year we paid attention a lot, and it was like the game, every one of them came down to the last possession, and they're fun. They're all very evenly matched for the most part, and yeah, I like the MAC. I think the MAC's a good league.
Some of your roots came from the MAC.
Yeah, for sure. I've been to all those places, been to all of them, and I mean, they're all great cities. I mean, not cities, but just great places. They're great little campuses. A lot of them are really big. People don't really understand. Like Kent State's got a lot of kids go to school there. Buffalo has a lot of kids go to school there. Central Michigan, Northern Illinois. I mean, these places are big universities, state universities. So I know about all those places.
I think you stumbled upon something here, whether it was intentional or not. This might be the sports landing spot for both of us moving forward.
Just go to the MAC. Yeah. Yeah.
MAC attack it.
There is something to be said for you kind of knowing football season is going to be over around Thanksgiving. And I don't have to work on Thanksgiving. I got no notes. I got no TV. I got nothing. I just enjoy the turkey that you don't like.
You just want to be able to sit around on Saturday and watch other college football games.
Yes, dude.
Remember that back in the day?
Stressed.
What was that like? Friends would be talking about other things that happened in college football, watching games, and you just see quick highlights in the press box.
Yeah,
and
this is the worst.
It's like I have no idea what's really, truly going on.
No.
Other than some social media highlights and some banter.
Yeah.
But, waking
No
up
idea.
and from watching game day to watching like 3 or 4 games throughout the day, like,
Yeah.
no clue.
Yeah, I remember at one point I was in grad school, and this is when my alma mater was really good in football, and they were playing Miami at the same time that I had a volleyball game, and I was at the volleyball game, and it was like one of the first times I kind of realized that, hey, man, I'm going to miss a lot of this because I'm going to be working a soccer game or a volleyball game. Yeah, you just have really no idea. You may get home from a late football game and catch the highlights on what ESPN had, or you're watching a Pac-12 After Dark game, or you just caught whatever you could catch. But yeah, when you're in season, you really just don't really pay attention to kind of anything else that's going on.
The thing that I found out that I missed the most, and I encourage everyone to do this once you're done with your working and sports days, especially in college football, just the game day environment on campus, whether it was 10 people tailgating or thousands of people tailgating. I found it to be a lot of fun to actually go and experience a game as a fan after your time was done. And, popping up a 10 by 10 tent, bringing a cooler, maybe a portable TV, having some drinks, grilling out at the game. It was actually a really, really cool, fun experience. And I don't know, if you haven't done that, if you're no longer working in sports, find a random Saturday to do that. And you don't even have to go into the game. Like I ended up finding I was having a lot more fun just hanging out outside the stadium, talking with people, inviting a group of 8 to 12 friends and us just kind of just hanging out.
Yeah. Barca, I don't think I've done that. I don't think I've tailgated since, gosh, I can't tell you the last time
You'd
I
have fun, man.
tailgated.
Bring the family out. You know what we'll do? Maybe we'll do a old comms reunion
We
tailgate or
need to
something
do
at some
that.
point, and just all the people still living in town or no longer credentialed one.
Yeah.
Bring family out and bring food, bring a dish, and we'll
Yeah.
get the cornhole out, and
Yeah. I'm
you
down
can
for
put on
that.
your Bob Marley mix
Yeah,
music,
I got a lot of that.
have a couple drinks, and we just go
Yeah.
out there for like 6 hours. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Just enjoy
I
each
think you would
other's
like
company.
this.
Oh, I know I would like it. I just get plugged into other things and you don't really have a chance to go do that. But yeah, I think it'd be really a lot of fun. And I probably wouldn't even go into the game. Probably just enjoy the
There's almost
food.
no point to, I
Yeah.
mean, there were times when I used to do this where I would end up just staying outside and tailgating even when the game started.
Yeah.
I was one of those fans people. Jeez,
Yeah. Or you could just,
what a
bring
hypocrite
an
I was.
iPad or something and watch games, on your iPad or if you wanted to stay around.
What kind of dish are you bringing?
Gosh, dude. I'd probably bring some chicken wings, probably.
Ooh,
Yeah. I probably would bring wings. Just something easy. One thing that we do sometimes is like sliders. Like
oh,
you buy
amazing.
you just buy like a bag of those Hawaiian sweet rolls and just don't even take them apart. You just slice them down the middle. You keep the whole thing intact. Then you put cheese and ham and whatever,
Put a little
whatever meat,
mustard, maybe a pickle or an
mustard,
onion.
whatever you want to put on there. Slap that top back on. Throw it in the oven, 10 or 15 minutes to get hot. You can spread the top with like a butter mixture with like, I don't know. I think we'll use like a Dijon mustard butter mix that just spreads along the top and you bake that in. Dude, it would probably be sliders and wings for me. That's what would you bring?
You were born a tailgate.
Yeah, I'm good at tailgating.
Seriously.
We'll tailgate in our backyard all the time. I'll bring the TV outside and we'll have friends and neighbors over so I've tailgated, I just haven't done it at a game.
Just do it worldwide, man. You need to take this outside of the backyards, the confines of your house.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, we're going to do this. Bring the family out.
Yeah.
You can converse with other fans. They'll stop by and
Yeah.
you can shoot the shit about the game that's going on or their fandom or it's
Yeah.
just, I love it. For me, I'm there to eat, my friend.
Well, what are you bringing?
I'm bringing myself.
You're not bringing any food? You're just going to mooch.
Let's do, yes, gonna mooch. Probably
You're a
bring some
moocher.
bags of some really good chips,
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Got to have like what is it, like the cheddar and sour cream ruffles or maybe someone brings a 7-layer dip and I'm eating my whole fist is in the entire, tray.
7-layer dip.
Brownies, cookies, all of those things.
All of it. Yeah. Even
I'm
like a really good hamburger, bro, is like so good at a tailgate. You know what's really good at a tailgate and it doesn't have you could do this, you could stop by and get it is a box of KFC.
There you go. Get the bucket, the kernel.
Get the bucket of chicken. Just bring it there and people just eat chicken. It's so good. It's so good. Original recipe, of course.
I've done that, where you pick up food. Other times where you just get a big tray of like barbecue.
Yeah, could do that.
And like you said, you can make either sliders or just, small bites.
Yeah. Yeah.
KFC, man.
It's an underrated. Now, if there was a while there that they were a sponsor, they were proud, and they would bring in food for us for our meals, for media meals. And a lot of people bitched about it. But you know who never bitched about it? Me, because I thought it was delicious. Every last morsel. They'd bring their mashed potatoes. They'd bring their
slaw,
the
the gravy,
the chicken. They brought it all, man. It was so, so good. And it's a great tailgating food because it's so easy. You just pick it up, eat it, and then throw the bones away when you're done. It's good.
The Colonel and his wee bitty eyes.
The Colonel, man.
It is the opposite of the opening the beef jerky bag smell, which is the worst. The opening the chicken bucket from KFC smell.
Yeah.
The aroma.
It's so good.
When we would get that very rarely, I grew up in a generation where parents mostly cooked in, them picking up something like KFC was a special treat.
Mm-hmm. us too.
You know, when we're talking like 40 years ago. And when they'd bring the bucket in, I had two brothers, it was survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
Who was going to get to eat the most drumsticks or chicken breasts? But you know what my favorite thing about the Colonel's recipe was? The skin on the fried chicken, man.
Dude, it's so good.
So delicious.
It's so delicious.
I would live just to eat the skin off the chicken.
So good. It's
And
so
then there are
good.
times like, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time eating the rest of this chicken breast. I'm going to
Just
dig
eat the
back
skin.
in there
Yeah.
and just tear as much skin off.
So
I was
good.
that asshole.
No, I mean, it's chicken skin when it's done right, dude. It is next level.
It's like Seinfeld, you know, muffin tops, where it's like
Yeah.
muffin tops are the best part
Yeah.
of the muffin.
So you would just leave the meat, you just go for the skin. Yeah.
Why is KFC just not selling the skin?
That's a good idea. Just sell the skin.
I mean, we've got Arby's now doing steak bites.
Yeah,
KFC,
why don't you just sell your skin, chicken skin with like a dipping sauce, like dipping that original recipe chicken skin into like honey mustard sauce or ranch or some special sauce, you know, somebody concocted in a lab somewhere in Louisville. Like, bring it, man. That's a good idea.
delicious. And then sometimes you'd have the crunchy crust.
The best.
I can't describe the taste of it.
Yeah. Well, I can. It's good. It's so good.
Dude, I might be going to KFC tonight. I haven't been
You
to KFC
should.
probably in 30 years.
Yeah, we were again, they were a sponsor and they would come and feed us, and there were a lot of people that didn't like it. They didn't think it was very good. And I'm sure when this airs, if we keep it in, that they'll text me like, "Oh, you like that KFC? You thought it was good?" It's like, "Yeah, I thought it was good. I think KFC's delicious."
Back to tailgating. You got to do this, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just someone's got to bring a football and you just toss it around
Yeah.
like you're 8 years old again.
Yeah.
You're walking over to nearby tents, just chatting with other people. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, we got Jello shots. You want to do a Jello shot?" Oh yeah, I haven't done that since college, but sure. And I don't know.
Yeah.
There's just a camaraderie with everybody there. Everybody's cool. People will be coming by to taste your wings.
Hey, I would have enough.
So this is
It'd
going
be
to happen.
interesting to be down at where we worked now with the winning. Like, how has that changed the tailgate? You think it's changed it at all?
There's going to be more people hanging out and partying,
They'll
more
just
music.
form more people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I've been there a couple of times back, probably like 5 years ago or pre-COVID. And even when they had mediocre teams, typically the other SEC team coming in would bring a crap load of fans.
Yeah.
And so there's still this really cool environment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to do this again now. I haven't thought
Yeah.
about it in years, but this is going to happen. Maybe we'll get the old band back together.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Maybe there are a
Still-
couple listeners that live in Nashville too. So
Yeah. Yeah. Just
NLC pod party. I mean, we got to do something with all the money we're earning off this show.
I know, right? We're just killing so much money. I don't even know what to do with it all. Scrooge McDuck in it.
I'm up to my ears right now.
I have a feeling your parting shot this week, you're up to your ears that,
Oh,
I don't know, like the old Dr. Dre song, keep their heads ringing.
man. All right, Barca, here we go. And this is so maddening. I honestly have one question to Greg Sankey and the folks in Birmingham in the SEC office. How can you walk into a football game at Mississippi State and think that 60,000 fans mercilessly clinging cowbells is okay? As someone who has experienced it firsthand, I'm going to tell you, it's not. The cowbell practice began in the 1930s when a cow wandered onto the field during a home football game, which was followed by a victory and a cow's bell becoming a symbol of good luck. Fans adopted the cow as a mascot, and the practice of bringing the cow's bell to games became a tradition by the 1960s. The SEC banned artificial noisemakers, including cowbells, in 1974 due to their disruptive nature. But that didn't stop Bulldog fans, and in 2010, they made a rule and limited the cowbells to before the game, at halftime, during timeouts, and after Mississippi State scores. Well, if you've watched any of their recent games, or heaven forbid, been there in person, you know that they ring the shit out of those things from the opening kick to the end of the game. It's like the fans in attendance just give a big middle finger to opponents and to the SEC office. Well, that needs to stop. They can't follow the rules, and it's a monumental advantage to the home team. It's just time to stop the madness and get rid of them altogether. Barca, this thing, we've been there, and the press box is outside, and they start ringing those things. It's almost like cicadas, but like times 50. And it's just this hum of these stupid cowbells for all game long. It never stops. They can't follow the rules. So I don't know. I think I've seen things on social media where we'll take pictures of a sign that says no artificial noisemakers, and these people are holding this big cowbell in front of the sign. Like, dude, you got to be with me on this.
Hey, you know, Boggs, I started in game entertainment back in the days when thunder sticks were popular, obviously outside of the SEC, more so in pro sports. And as visually beautiful and loud as thunder sticks were, I thought those were the worst things.
They're not even close.
Until I went to Starkville, Mississippi. And you know what, Stark Vegas, you're going to call us soft right now. You're going to say we can't handle it. Let you have your darn cowbells. But you know what I say? I think of the quote from the movie Dumb and Dumber. Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Well, guess what? We found it. It's in Starkville, Mississippi. It is.
Oh, man.
I remember the press box shaking. I had a headache for 2 or 3 days. And you know what? I guess it did its job.
Yeah,
you know, it annoyed the hell out of the opponent.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm for one of those. Traditions are great, but if you're going to allow one team to do it, then you got to do it across the board.
It's incredible. You know, they did the Vuvuzela thing at the World Cup. I mean, did they ban those? I forgot what that
they must
was all
have.
about.
That was awful.
It's equal to that. It's equal to that because everybody's doing it. It's 60,000. I mean, Vuvuzelas, you may have had like half the crowd doing it.
That World Cup was unwatchable. It was unwatchable.
Right, because of the noise. But and unless you're paying attention on the broadcast, you can't. It kind of blends in. But if you pay attention, I was with my neighbor. He didn't know anything about the cowbells. I was like, listen, just pay attention to the sounds in the background. I said, they ring those things all game long. And when you pull in on your bus, they're ringing them. When you leave on the bus, they're ringing them. And like, hey, listen, I know people who work at Mississippi State. I love them. They're great people. I've known my colleagues that have worked at Mississippi State in athletics. They've been great. But this is just out of control. And, I mean, they don't win them all, but it does make a difference in the games. And it's just so annoying. It's so annoying.
I can think of the last thing I want when I'm sitting at a sporting event is just someone to be ringing an effing bell in my ear. I start thinking like, I don't know, what's worse, going to a football game in Starkville or your twice-a-year trip to the dentist office?
Yeah.
What do I dread? What do I dread more? Maybe that's the point of it all.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think a little bit, man, I don't like going to the dentist office.
Yeah.
Even when it's as simple as just doing those little x-rays and they put that thing in your mouth and you got to hold it for like 3 seconds. I'm like, that's what I felt like in Starkville, except it was like 3.5 hours and I had a headache for 3 days. Once you hear it, if you're watching on TV, you can't unhear it.
That's right.
That's the thing.
That's right.
And it's like there's been a whistling controversy. Now it's a human-made sound effect, not artificial noisemaker, but that happens here locally.
I hate that.
And once you hear that on TV, it's similar. You can't unhear it.
Another thing too, I think it's just a big middle finger to everybody. The research I did a little bit of research, but when they actually made them on campus, like they welded them on campus, and then like half the proceeds, this was when they first got started in the 50s and 60s, half the proceeds then went back to the school, to their fundraising department, like the School of Welding or School of whatever. And so it's just kind of a big middle finger to everybody, like, hey, we're doing this, and there's nothing you can really do to stop us. And I just think it just needs to stop. I mean, They can't follow the rules that the SEC made. We were working in the SEC when they tried to rein them in.
Yep.
And it didn't work. And it's not going to work till you take them away. And they need to take them away. It's just an awful experience unless you're ringing one yourself. If you're just there as a visitor, it is just so bad. So bad.
The SEC is like the bad parent. They're just like, no, don't go doing this.
Right.
And it doesn't stop anything. And, if you want to keep the tradition, you want to keep the tradition alive, just have them in your tailgate areas, have them in the team walk to the stadium.
Yeah.
But unless they're going to allow artificial noisemakers everywhere, then I don't care if it's unique to your school. So either change the rule altogether and just make it complete madness.
Yeah.
Great. Then I'd say, ring the hell out of your fucking bells. I am never coming to a game there.
Or I'm bringing an air horn with me. If my team is playing at your stadium, I am bringing an air horn, and I'm going to blow the shit out of it all game. And that's basically kind of what it's not as bad as an air horn, but it's bad. And I know we're railing on this for a long time, but until you go to a game there, you don't really know how bad it is, and it is bad, and the SEC needs to just stop the shit. Just stop it. End it.
When we talk about shaking things at SEC games, I've lived all over the country, and I didn't experience SEC football until I moved to East Tennessee in my last few years of high school, and then I went to Tennessee for college. But cowbells is one thing. It's just like, what would make me want to go to the game and shake a cowbell? Not a lot. But then on a bigger level, what would make me want to go to an SEC football game and just shake a shaker the whole game like this?
I know.
It's
People do it.
amazing. You'll get 100,000. We did it at Tennessee in the student section.
Yep.
But when you take a step back and you're like, why am I shaking this pom-pom all game?
Yeah.
So, I can't hate on Mississippi State too much. I've got a bigger issue altogether. SEC fans, can we get rid of the shakers?
The pom-poms.
The pom-poms.
Yeah.
I mean, I just always felt so awkward. Like, you're going like this.
Yeah. I was at a place where we didn't have pom-poms, so I don't think I've ever done the pom-pom at a game. Never.
Only in the SEC.
I know.
Where they make that just a part of the experience. Is like, well, you got pom-poms and we shake them. And I'm like, am I 5 years old?
My 7-year-old would like it.
Hey, we got love for SEC fans. So if you want to hate on this,
again,
go ahead.
I love the people at Mississippi State. They're great. They're nice.
Calling it like we see
They're
it.
accommodating, but that shit's got to stop.
Time to wrap it up.
And that's another edition of No Longer Credentialed. Thanks to all of you listening, and if you like it, tell a friend and give it a 5-star rating on your podcast app of choice. Don't forget to check us out on social media at NLC Pod on X, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We'd love to hear from you. Until next week, keep grinding.